And if you deny yourself looking at those traumas, what they went through, how they had to cope and operate, it's an unconscious program that then gets passed on through generations, up to 7 generations.
I
So,
was I was just thinking that because I thought, well, if that's true for us, then that was true for my seventh generation back, and they were carrying 7 generations before them. And how, I mean, how do you know when people say, like in racial equity, you weren't ever a slave and I never owned slaves, so it's not my problem. But if I go back 7 generations, or if I dared to go back, another century, then am I still carrying the collective trauma, not even just in my family, but the collective trauma? How does collective trauma compare to generational trauma?
generational trauma is how your family lineage responded to a specific trauma. It doesn't have to be that way, but that's just the unconscious programming that we've been taught. So, for example, war, genocide, um, the pandemic, that was worldwide. And so the witch wound, how that shows up in the collective trauma, it showed no preference. So it's like no partiality to race, religion, location, nothing. It's like this was a worldwide scale trauma that happened particularly to women. Some men, yes, but particularly to women. They had support of each other. They had natural gifts of healing with like herbs and remedies. They spoke their voice. A lot of times they were leaders in certain tribes. It broke up communication. So women learned to suppress their voice. They learned to hide who they were